Hello, and welcome to the Those Dweebs podcast, where we have a little bit of everything for everyone. Let's roll the d20 of fate and see what we are talking about today. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode. This one's going to be a little different like last week, where I have a special guest, and that guest is Michelle.
Hello everybody, I am Michelle.
You're going to have to forgive us, we're both sleep deprived and
giggly.
But this week we are going to be talking about Lollapalooza.
In Chicago.
Yes, because this crazy lady for my 30th decided to get us a one-day pass to Lollapalooza, and this is the night before we leave for the trip. So we're going to tell you our thoughts on it before we go, and then when we get back, we're going to report on how everything went. Yeah. So let's get started. So we are going to start off with saying this is our first time going to Lollapalooza.
I have been to bigger festival concerts before, but this is my first time going to Lollapalooza. And to be real with you, I didn't even know that they did Lollapalooza in Chicago. I kind of just thought it was like New York or
like
California
LA
or something. Yeah. So I was very,
surprised.
honestly, very pleasantly surprised when they announced the Chicago Lollapalooza, because that meant we could actually, stand a chance of going.
Right. Like, I've only ever been to concerts. I've never been to like a multi-artist outdoor venue, which is going to be fun because I am going to need so much sunblock because of the sun.
I think the last time when we went, it was me and our friend Paige and a couple other of our friends. My sister went, I think. That's besides the point. Anyway.
So you've been to two before this?
No, just one. We went to Louder Than Life in Kentucky.
I think you might have gone. You went to one whenever we were teenagers too, with your sister and our one friend.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah. When I was 16, I went with my sister and a couple of friends, and I believe that one was down in Indianapolis, but we went to go see Avenged Sevenfold, and I can't remember. There were a bunch of other ones, but it was a very long time ago.
This will be your third big outdoor concert.
Yeah. I think so. So the first one I did was it was just like a day event. We just went there for just one evening, and then my second one, we actually stayed. We camped out at the grounds, and we had a tent and everything, and that was really fun. That was actually the first time I've ever did crowd surfing, and yes, my first crowd surfing moment was actually to the song "Hero" by Skillet, and it was the most amazing time of my life. I was very scared they were gonna drop me, though.
I mean, that's fair. That's a lot of people you have to put your trust into. So yeah, this is gonna be my first time going to a big outdoor concert. Your third time. I'm nervous. I am honestly nervous.
I don't think I've been to one that's gonna be on this kind of scale as Lollapalooza, because the ones I went to before, while they were decently sized ones. This one, like Lollapalooza, is huge.
I think what did the thing say when we were watching? It was like, what?
Like 4,000
400,000, I think?
Was it 400,000?
It was a lot. We will report back to you if we learn the number. But yeah, no. So we're just going on Friday, which is tomorrow, but we'll be way in the past, not once I actually post this. But we're gonna go see Stray Kids.
Stray Kids.
Our second time seeing them. First time was an actual concert. This one is the Lollapalooza. So.
And what can be better than seeing your alts on the frickin' beach?
Yes, because Lollapalooza takes place right off the beach of Lake Michigan. Yes.
I couldn't pass this one up. I knew as soon as they announced it that I had to get us tickets. And Julia's birthday was around the time it was gonna be happening, relatively.
It's in the past now, but it's fine.
Like 3 weeks later,
it's fine. If it helps, the first it was Stay's birthday, so Stray Kids fan club, so it counts. It's a birthday present to us.
It's a double birthday present.
Yes. So we are super excited. That is besides I think one other group that I've ever heard of. Like the only other group I've heard of is In This Moment, and they play at the same time as Stray Kids, so unfortunately we won't be able to go watch In This Moment, because that would have been awesome too, but Stray Kids takes precedence.
Yes. Stray Kids is the whole reason for all of this, so
yes.
Yes.
But so it's gonna be interesting to see if we find any new music and groups that we enjoy.
Yeah, I can't really say that I recognized any of the names of the other groups that were gonna be performing there. I know a lot of them are gonna be probably K-pop, J-pop.
Actually, no.
No?
No.
Really?
K-pop isn't nearly as big in Lollapalooza as it is in K-Con, for instance. But no, that's why it was such a huge deal for Stray Kids to actually headline for it. But no, it's a multi-genre festival. So you have country, you have rap, you have hip hop, you have rock.
Right. And I knew that, but I was under the impression that the day we were going, there were going to be other
I know that one of them there was supposed to be another K-pop group going, but I think they actually dropped out.
Oh.
Yeah. But K-Con would be a really fun one to go to at some point. Just saying. It'd be very expensive, but it'd be worth it. So it's gonna be interesting to see all the different genres of music.
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll come across some new music that we never really heard before. I mean, we've discovered groups from seeing them live for the first time before, so I'm excited to see what
comes of this.
Yes.
I have to say, the other thing I'm really excited for, but also my pocketbook is weeping already, is the food.
Okay, but I am excited for Kong Dog.
Yes, because Korean corn dogs are chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Words are hard, okay? Yes, but we're gonna be there for 4 to 5, maybe 7 hours. We're gonna need to eat more than just Kong Dog.
Well, of course, yes, but that's the first thing I want.
Yes, that is the first thing I want too. So excited. But yeah, I was looking through their vendor list of different food venues they have, and there's so many, and I'm oh my god. But yeah,
It's gonna be kind of hard to choose.
it's gonna depend on our mood. We could always like go like each go to like one and then like share food and like see what we get and go from there and do.
That's an idea. It's a good way to experience like different kinds of things.
Right, and obviously there's gonna be a vlog that goes along with this because we can't go to one of these and not vlog.
I was wondering if we were gonna vlog.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So look forward to seeing that on YouTube later.
Yes, definitely have to go over to the YouTubes and check that out whenever it drops. But yeah, what are you most nervous about going?
Honestly, two things. So the first thing being, I have mad social anxiety, and I don't do very well in crowds of very large people.
As we go to one of the biggest festivals.
I feel like that came out wrong. I meant quantity.
I got words are hard, man. Words are hard. It's okay.
So yeah, large crowds scare the hell out of me. And the second thing being the weather. So they're talking about the potential of rain tomorrow. And I mean, like, we're prepared. I bought us some ponchos and everything.
Ooh,
so
ponchos.
we at least will be safe from the rain, but then you gotta combat the heat. And if there's anything that I know about the Midwest and the humidity plus rain, it's gonna get swampy.
Yeah, I'm wearing long sleeve shirt because I wanted to dress up and be cute. And so yeah,
I am also wearing a long sleeve top. However, mine's mesh, so it's at least going to be
breathable,
breezy. And we are going to be in the windy city, so
for breezes.
The wind does help a lot.
That and being right off the beach.
Yeah.
So that'll help so much. For me, it would probably also be like being in large crowds. So we're gonna have to keep each other like in the right mindset. Large crowds and honestly just getting there, like getting in. I want like a transporter to just be like point A to point B and no worries. That'd be great.
Teleport. Boom, you're there.
Yeah. Don't even have to worry about anything else. Just boom, boom, done. Yeah, home. Woo!
It'd be nice if things worked that way.
But they do not, unfortunately. But yeah. But that's mostly like the two things. Getting there and getting back to the hotel.
Yeah, that's gonna be a challenge too because Stray Kids, I think, is one of the last acts of the night. So everybody's gonna be leaving at the same time.
Yeah, they one of the tip things was saying to leave like at least a little bit earlier. As much as that would suck, probably the best idea ever. Because everyone's gonna be leaving at the same time if we don't. And that's gonna be a pain. Do you remember leaving from the Stray Kids concert and how long it took just to get an Uber?
We waited for like what, an hour?
Almost.
Or
longer?
Yeah,
if not longer. But so yeah, we're gonna have to be prepared.
Yep. So hotel is like 42 minutes walking distance.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
So definitely Ubering there.
And back. Because it'll be after 10 at that point.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah. What are we most excited for? I think it's blatantly obvious at this point, but what are we excited for?
I'm just excited to see Stray Kids. Stray Kids, food, merch, maybe meeting some new stays.
That'd be awesome.
And honestly, just excited to be on the beach. Like, the beach is my happy place, and like the fact that I get to see my favorite group on the beach, heaven.
You took the words right out of my mouth. It's literally like seeing Stray Kids again, because like honestly, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, so getting to be able to is amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Getting to experience new food and trying new things, meeting new people. My social anxiety is not as bad sometimes. And yeah, just being in that atmosphere, getting to like listen to all the cool music and everything, and like hang out by the beach and all the stuff. I'm just excited. I'm excited, but I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Yeah.
Talk about a paradise.
Yes. An absolute paradise.
Minus the social anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get through this. We got this. But we are going to. This is the pre-Lollapalooza. In a couple days, we will come back and record the post Lollapalooza. Thank you. Words were escaping me there. But it'll be just a couple seconds for you. So we will see you then. And we're back. We officially survived. We made it. Celebration.
Hey guys, we're alive. We made it through Lollapalooza.
Didn't think it was possible. Really didn't think it was possible. But yeah, so now we are going to talk to you post Lollapalooza and tell you our thoughts, what we liked, what we didn't like, what all we did, who all we saw, and go from there. Yeah. So let's get started.
Okay, so Lollapalooza was crazy.
Understatement.
There were so many people. Like, we all felt like we were sheep getting into the gates. Like, it was just like a herd.
I think we followed like this crowd because our Uber driver didn't get us like directly in front of
the drop-off
because it was not possible. So yeah, it literally felt like we were being like herded like sheep. It was insane, to be honest.
Yeah, we literally just ended up following this crowd all the way to the gates because we had no freaking clue where it was. But we were just like, let's just follow the herd and yeah.
I will say, like, I expected more from the security.
You know, they said that Lala's security was supposed to be like airtight, but it wasn't bad. But I was expecting to get like patted down and everything.
Yeah.
There was no patting down.
Like, it was literally just scanning at one like checkpoint. It was scanning your wristband to make sure it was activated, and then like at the next one you pretty much just take off your bag and then they check it and you walk through a metal detector, which I mean that's fine and all, but I expected like a little bit more.
It was kind of like, you know, getting through the airport in a way.
Yeah. Though I mean, like, even in the airport, like, if TSA like pulls you over to the side, you get pat down. Like,
yeah. And I think they will pat you down if the metal detector catches something, but
yeah.
But yeah, that was our experience getting in. It was crazy hot, you guys.
Oh, the humidity was at an all-time high.
The air was thick.
I mean, to be expected in August, though.
With the you know, it being on the lake, like, it was just crazy humid. Granted, as Midwesterners, we're used to that, but
does not make it suck any less.
You kind of just learn how to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of hydration.
Yes, and there were a lot of people who brought like hydro packs.
Yep.
We did not.
Definitely investing in one for sure because that like actually seemed like the smartest idea. Um, but no, we got in. We're like, okay, we're thirsty, and we went and got. We went to, uh, I believe they're called XO Marshmallow, and we both got a frozen lemonade.
Julia got hers with like marshmallow fluff on top.
Yeah, which was really good, but also super sweet.
Yeah, I was like, okay, the strawberry lemonade, because I got strawberry, but I was like, it's already gonna be like super sweet as is, so I got it without the fluff, and I was just like, with how hot it is out, like I really don't want to put,
Too much sugar on your stomach.
Yeah.
Which is fair. Like, I kind of made a mistake, but also at the same time, I got like a mini snack out of it. So I was like, haha, sugar.
Sugar.
Woo.
Although what we should have done was get water.
Yeah. Yeah. We learned that lesson.
We had a plan that we were going to, if we were going to get alcohol at Lollapalooza, we were going to just get one drink.
And just share it.
And then just share it so as to not, mess with the whole heat plus alcohol detriment.
Yeah.
But it was so hot that alcohol was the very last thing on our minds.
Really, yeah. Like, the only thing we wanted was water. Like, so, like, the alcohol thing did not happen. Which is probably a good thing because I think if we had drank and then like tried to do a concert,
it would have been much worse.
It would have been so much worse. But we tried to. We like ended up like walking towards finding where Stray Kids, because that's who we were going for, like was gonna be playing. And like the first time we tried to make it into this like area where all the people were, it was just chaos,
jam packed, crowded, and like I think we kind of assumed that there were probably just so many stays that were camping out there that's why it was so full. But honestly, looking back at it now, like there were a lot of people leaving after different artists.
Yeah.
So which is kind of how we got as close to the stage as we did, which we'll talk about here in a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like we tried to get in there just to like see how things were, but I'm almost kind of glad we didn't because like leaving that area would have been awful. Like if we got further in than we even like tried.
Yeah.
We went to find the merch because like we knew they were selling some Stray Kids shirts, and like we found it no problem. Like we went to the like one and they're like, no, it's actually over here.
Yeah, we went to the Lollapalooza merch stand first and asked them if they were selling Stray Kids shirts, and they were like, oh, well, there's a pop-up store, and then there's the merch tent where most people are going to, and we're just like, okay. So then we went to go find the pop-up place.
Which was supposed to be down by the stage where they were going to play, but it was not.
Yeah, we did not find that one, but so we kind of just doubled back and went over to the merch tent.
Which I think we spent like 10, maybe 20 minutes in that line?
Yeah, it moved pretty quickly, to be honest, but they had a really good system going.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm proud to announce that I ordered a medium shirt because it was unisex size, and they were like, oh, well, we only have small or large. And I was like, oh, okay. And so the girl pulled a small for me, and I was just like, I don't know if I'll fit in a small. But I ended up buying it, and it fits perfectly. So I fit in a small, you guys. Yay!
This time was also the time that we pulled out the portable fan. Because, like, we were just standing in line,
dying of heat stroke. Like, We were not sweating, but glistening in the sun.
Oh no, I was sweating. I was sweating.
No, it was totally sweat.
Sweating through literally every layer of clothes because I decided that wearing black on black with some red thrown in and long sleeves was the best idea. I'm being fully sarcastic here. Like that was rough. Like, why did I decide to do this? Why?
I, on the other hand, wore shorts and like this white mesh top that had like pearls all over it, and it was incredibly see-through.
It was very sheer.
It was very sheer, and I just had, like my bra on underneath. I had some wardrobe malfunctions and decided to change before
The
we went over
concert.
to watch Stray Kids perform because yeah.
We did not want any incidents happening.
Don't want to flash the band.
Or everybody else.
Or everyone else around us.
Let's see. We did end up finally getting water after we got done with the merch line. And we got a bag to carry said merch because we just went in with fanny packs. And honestly, like, bigger bags would have been better.
Yeah, probably one of my best pieces of advice for if you ever go to Lollapalooza, definitely bring a bigger see-through bag or buy one while you're there because like you will acquire more things than you came in with.
Yeah.
And
that was unexpected. I was like, I kind of thought they might have bags, but then I'm like, that kind of makes sense that they don't just give away a bunch of bags to people, which is probably good. So now we get into the concert portion.
I don't even know where to start.
So we got there while the person that was going on before Stray Kids was still performing, and honestly it ended up being like a really good experience. We got to see LaVey or LaFay. I'm so sorry. This is our first time ever like experiencing her, and it was amazing. It was honestly worth it.
Yeah, she had an incredible stage presence, and her voice was so beautiful, and like she was gorgeous, and she just captured the audience. It was amazing.
And she was accompanied by like the Chicago Symphonic Orchestra. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I was like, words are hard. But it just paired so well, and like she had kind of like a jazzy like voice, and it was just
kind of bluesy.
Chef's kiss. It was amazing. But it was so great, and like getting to see her as well as like seeing everyone, because there were a lot of stays in the crowd because we were all like getting prepared to see them and wanted good spots. And just seeing at least the people in our area, I can't speak to other areas because I've seen like some like different things saying that some stays were being really, really nice while others were kind of not being nice. But the people in our area were amazing. Like, I absolutely loved it, and the fact that like everyone was supporting other artists just made me really happy to see. Like, I'm very proud of like the stays in our area.
Yeah, the girl in front of us, she had one of like the little mini fans, and she was like
oscillating it.
She was like oscillating it to everybody around her, and we kind of did the same thing to help out.
Yeah, because
to keep each other cool, because we were packed in like sardines,
yes,
you guys, and with how thick the air was just from the humidity and everybody being so like close in, and everyone's body heat made it so much harder to breathe.
Yeah.
Like I know I was having some trouble breathing, and I was a little worried at points. So I was just like lifting my head like straight up to try and get some like a little bit cooler air coming into my lungs, so I wasn't suffocating.
Some of that tall people air where,
Some of the tall people air, yeah.
That's like all nice and cool up there, while like the rest of us are like
must be nice.
dying. But yeah, so she was amazing, and like I am definitely going to look into more of her music. Like that is the only other artist we actually like went and physically listened to, besides like what we heard like in passing whenever we were walking everywhere. Because what did my thing say? We hit over like 17,000 steps at Lala.
Yes.
17,000 steps. I was not expecting that at all. We were extremely sore, guys. Extremely sore.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a week before I recover, so
that's another piece of advice. Wear sensible, good walking shoes.
Yes.
Even if it doesn't fully match your outfit, still do it. It's fine.
Yes, because you will regret it if you do not.
Yeah. Now, for the creme de la creme. The Stray Kids concert.
So, okay. To begin with, so, you know, we were all standing out there waiting for them to come on, and we saw a bunch of drones flying up ahead, and a helicopter coming around and everything, and one of the stays by us was joking that
Stray Kids was gonna like parachute out of the helicopter,
just like onto the stage, and you know, we kind of laughed about it, and then they were like, "Hi JYP," and then we all like kind of started chanting JYP, JYP.
And for those who aren't aware, JYP is the head CEO guy of like JYP Entertainment, which Stray Kids is under. Just to reiterate. But yeah, no, it was hilarious. Like everyone in our area was just so funny and amazing, and we loved them so much. But and then like this one over here got us like super close, like just like being able to get through the crowd, which was so impressive, because I was like, I'm just gonna stand here because it looks less scary.
I said screw that, and every chance I got where people were moving through, I took that opportunity and I grabbed her hand and just pulled her up with everybody else. And guys, we got so close to the stage. We didn't get, you know,
to the stage.
We didn't get to the stage. We didn't get like, you know, against the barricades or anything. I want to say we were a good maybe like 10 rows back. 10
to maybe 15.
Yes. And that was from like we were like on the, hold on. We were on the left side of the stage from the audience's perspective.
From stage perspective,
we were on the right.
Stage right, yeah.
Kind of out by where the stage like kind of goes out into the crowd, and there's like another smaller stage, and that's kind of where we was like to the stage right of that smaller stage.
Mm-hmm.
So we got pretty lucky. I learned a thing or two from going to rock concerts with one of my other best friends. So yeah, I did my best.
This was the first time like I can like remember being on like the ground floor of a concert, because most of the time I'm in the stands where it's safer.
Look, guys, we're old.
Just call us out like that.
I mean, this one's 30. I'm turning 30 this year. Like, being on the floor at a concert is hard.
It is. It really is. Oh wait, no, there was one concert, because I vaguely remember being on the floor for one of them. I think it was also with Paige too, because it was the Papa Roach concert.
Yeah,
I remember that now. Yeah. But I digress. Yeah, so So Stray Kids finally came on, and to say that they put on the most hyped, amazing headlining, like, you know, concert ever. Oh my goodness. Like, words can't even begin to describe this fever dream that was Stray Kids that night.
It did us no wonders for our Delulu.
No, no. Like, I was so happy to see them like out, like see them again, because I didn't think it was gonna happen. And just the show they did is indescribable. Like, there are no words to just say how amazing they truly are, because amazing doesn't do it justice.
To say the least, you guys, I am a rock when it comes to emotions. Usually, I cried 3 times.
Somehow
At least 3 times.
Yeah, she told me that. I, for one, didn't even realize she had cried. Didn't realize that. But for 2, I didn't cry, and I'm normally like the polar opposite. I'm always crying. Didn't cry. I was just so into it that like
It didn't feel real.
just the happiness that I felt was just overbearing to like everything else.
I'm like, I think I'm a happy crier. So like, if I go to a wedding, like, there's just tears for days. If I go to a funeral, I'm a rock.
I just normally just cry at everything. So like, no matter the emotion. So it really surprised me that I didn't cry. Like, did not expect that at all. But there's like, my thoughts are all over the place because like there's just so much. It was a rock show. It was a K-pop show. It was a like fireworks show.
It was a fireworks show, you guys. Like, I was so surprised that they had actual fireworks. Like, we assumed it would just be like, some pyrotechnics, like,
Which they had.
coming up on stage, which
Nope.
they usually have. But it was like a firework grand finale in the sky, and I was just in awe.
It was breathtaking. Like, I loved it so much.
Which, this was another point where I cried.
That's fair. Trying to like, so many thoughts.
So one of the things that I would like to talk about, my friends,
Dear
is-
friends.
is Felix.
Yeah.
So you probably, if you're a stay, you probably know by now that Felix has broken the internet.
He broke the internet. He broke the concert goers. He broke everybody. Like, I was stunned. Just stunned.
So this man, usually when he's performing, at least, within the last year or so, like, you see, like, the little, like, shirt raises and everything like that.
No. Nope.
Nope, not
That
this time.
That was not what happened. He ripped his shirt off. Not off. It was still on.
He ripped. Okay, so he was wearing this like vest, and he just like rips it open, and shit just like just exploded in the crowds. Like,
I made some noises I didn't think I could make. I will just say that.
if you watch my video recording, because I recorded this moment, and you just hear her inhuman noises, and then I'm just like, oh my god.
So yes, yeah. To say the least, Felix broke everybody. He broke everybody.
And it wasn't just a one and done. Oh no, you guys. This man.
But yeah, like it was definitely a very shocking moment as a stay, to be honest.
And I'm so glad we were there to see it.
Yep.
In person.
Now, moving on from that.
I'm sorry, we had to talk about it.
um, so ironically, the fireworks show was not the finale. They like kept joking around with us, like, haha, bye guys, and then they would come back out. And then like it was getting down to it, and like Bang Sean's like, no guys, we do have to
He's
like.
like, there's rules here.
They played like 2 or 3 extra songs than they were supposed to, and like literally, it doesn't actually show this on like the live stream that Hulu did for them, like for like Lollapalooza, but their mic, their sound people actually did end up cutting their mics, and like they're just sitting there, you can see them talking and laughing, and then like they realize that the mics were cut and they're like, okay, bye guys. But it was just one of those things of like they just kept playing and playing, and it was so much fun.
Lino's face when he realized that the sound techs cut their mics was priceless.
Yep. But yeah, all in all, like definitely one of my favorite concert experiences. A lot of people. There were so many people. But yeah, I loved it so much.
Like, if it was for Stray Kids, I'd do it all over again.
Stray Kids, a tease, Aiden Gallagher once he gets like all of his stuff. That's like the only 3 people. Anybody else, I no, would not do it for.
Not going through all that.
Not
again.
going through all that again. So since it's getting a little bit long, we can talk about our likes and dislikes.
Okay. So, dislikes first.
Dislikes first. Guys, I'm just gonna do a little TED Talk, a little PSA. If you're going to one of these, drink water. For the love of everything, just drink some water.
There were so many people just dropping like flies in the crowds. Like,
between the time LaFay, I'm so sorry, was done to even after Stray Kids was done and we were trying to get out, nearly 20 people dropped. It was so scary.
this is including the girl who was standing right next to me. She went down, and I think this was during the time that Stray Kids was doing a wardrobe change or whatever.
It was like
It
like
was
2 songs before.
Yeah, and we were trying, us and the people around us were trying to get the medics' attention for that amount of time, because it takes them a while to
A, find out that someone's in trouble,
and B, to get to where they're at.
yeah.
So, I'm over here, like, pointing straight down because the girl's right next to me, and, like, waving my Stray Kids light stick like a freaking airport
Like a maniac.
And, like, it actually took a lot of energy, you guys. Like,
It was
but
overwhelming. Like, it was genuinely scary.
we had bought two things of water before we went to the stage for Stray Kids, and we drank one before Stray Kids started, and then we had planned to keep the other one for the walk or the way back home, and
We both
back to the hotel, but
we both just went, no, she needs it more.
So I got the water out of the backpack Julia was wearing, and I gave her the water, and eventually the medic came over and pulled her out, and we ended up we came across her on our way out of the venue,
Which is surprising.
and she was doing so much better. She was standing, she was smiling and drinking the water that I gave her, and we were just like, are you feeling better? And she was like, yeah, I feel so much better. You guys are saints. And we were just like, oh.
I was like so happy to see that she was doing okay, and like I hope that was the case for everybody who went down. Like,
I hope someone was watching out for you. I hope you're okay. If you suffered the same fate at Lala.
so water, don't lock your knees, and fans. 3 really good things. Please. Because that is the scariest experience, and like, I was worried about Michelle going down because, like, she started getting, like, leaning against me heavily, and I'm like, nope. So I just, like, started holding on to her, like, no.
I got woozy a couple times during the concert because I was going, all out and, rocking out with Stray Kids. I had to reel myself back in a few times and stop recording, stop shaking my light stick, because I thought I was going to go down.
Yeah. We talked about the security not being like all the greatest, like, as far as, we thought we'd like that they do a little bit more, like, just because, like, that's a big place with a lot of people and with, like, everything going on. Like, that's just always a fear that I have in the back of my head now, which is understandable.
So basically the security, the the heat,
the heat was awful,
and people going down.
That was like that and the crowds.
The crowds were crazy. Like, it was. We both have very bad anxiety
in crowds.
And it just gets even worse when we're in bigger crowds. So, I was really nervous before we left the hotel to go to Lollapalooza. But I mean, it ended up, turning out fine. We kind of got over our social anxieties, talked to people around us, and it was a good time.
Just a lot like when you first get into it. Now, on to our likes. Obviously, Stray Kids.
Obviously.
LeVay, she was amazing. Would honestly, like, get some of her, like, music and everything on my Spotify and probably some CDs.
Yeah. I liked that they had the hydration stations where you just line up and you get blasted with, like, a cool mist from these, like, giant fans.
And if you had a water bottle with you, like, you could just go and fill it up there too, which is amazing. Honestly, like, I don't think we had a person at any of our like, vending stations, like, that was mean. Like, all of them were so nice, like,
and efficient. Like,
yeah, they were, like, working their asses off, and I was so impressed. Like, you're working with all these people in different states of, like, sobriety and everything else, and, like,
especially in this heat.
Oh, like, I don't know if I could have done it.
Like, compliments to the staff there, like,
the staff, the performers, like, something we didn't talk about is even, like, the leader of Stray Kids, Bangchan, was like, how are we doing in this heat? This is a lot, guys. Like, because an actual, like, Midwest humidity, like, summer is just hard to breathe in, and, like, seeing them, like, actually, like, having some issues with it was just surprising but understandable.
Those men were drenched, like, halfway through their performance.
I don't even think it was halfway through. I think after, like, the first couple songs.
Yeah, and it was very, like, easy to tell, because they were glistening on stage, and
they were sweating. There was no glistening.
Hey, you can glisten while you sweat, okay?
Glisten is a nice, you've been in the sun for, like, a couple minutes and you kind of got that little sweat going and you're kind of, still doing decently. No, they were sweating profusely.
Okay, they were leaking, okay? But it's okay, because so were all of us.
Yeah. I like I said, I sweat through every single layer of my clothes, and so, like, towards, like, the middle end of the concert, I had to take, like, off my, like, long sleeve layer, and I'm like, no, Can't do it no more.
I'm really glad that I changed into the Stray Kids merch that I bought, because it was just a lot more comfortable. That's the other tip I have, is just go in something that you're comfortable in.
Yeah.
Like, I know dressing up and, you know, being cute is fun and nice and everything, but
Be comfortable.
because we both too thought the same thing and kind of ended up regretting it.
Yeah. It's one of those moments of like, cute in concept, better for probably indoor concert,
Yes.
not outdoor in the middle of August, in the beginning of August. Sorry,
In the Midwest.
in the Midwest. But yeah, no. All in all, like, great experience. Probably won't do it again. Under special circumstances would I do it again.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was our Lollapalooza experience. Thank you so much for coming and listening to the chaos that was our experience at Lollapalooza for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the staff at Lollapalooza. Thank you, Chicago, for hosting. We rarely get a chance to go to things like this because they're usually not in our area.
Yeah. Thank you to all the performers. We didn't get to see you all, but like, I know you all probably were struggling just as much as everybody else.
And lastly, thank you, Stray Kids.
Thank you, Stray Kids.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for going over the top. Like, it was the experience of a lifetime, and I'm so glad that we got to be there for it.
Yes. Absolutely, like, you took the words right out of my mouth, honestly. But I want to also thank the listeners for being here and supporting this podcast so far. You can find us on Podbean, Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Listen Notes, Podchaser, Boomplay, Podcast Addict, Deezer, Samsung, and Spotify. And I can't wait to go about the next adventure, and I'll see you all there. All right, bye guys.
Bye guys.